Hi, friends. This is the reading lesson for second grade. We are going to read a story today called From Pine Tree to Pizza Box. And as you can just figure out from the title and what we've been learning about recently, we're going to talk about how something starts out as a tree and ends up being made into something else, such as a pizza box. We are on page 18 in your booklet. We are going to read the first three sections of this story. We're going to highlight the key details and then we're going to write three main ideas. So if you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started. As we are reading, please feel free to highlight on your own things that you find to be important to what we are learning about. Here we go.
Extended Read 1. Remember to annotate as you read.
From Pine Tree to Pizza Box by Amy and Richard Hutchings. Trees are very important natural resources. Trees make fresh air. They can be used in many ways, too. Trees provide homes for animals, including insects, birds, and squirrels. Some trees grow nuts or fruits that animals and people can eat. People also use the wood from some trees to make many things. Wood can be used to make furniture, pencils, paper, and more. Pine trees are a good tree for making paper and cardboard products.
Air, food, shelter, fuel, wood products, paper and cardboard.
All right, so let's stop there. And in the introduction, we always learn kind of what we're going to be reading about, and it sets the tone for what we're going to be learning. So we know that we are learning about trees. We know that they are an important natural resource. They make fresh air and they are used in many ways. And if you notice, sometimes I don't highlight the whole entire sentence because I don't need to. Okay? It also says that trees provide homes for animals, insects, birds, and squirrels. So it provides home for animals such as insects, birds, and squirrels. Some trees grow nuts or fruits that animals and people can eat. We also learn that people use wood from trees to make many things. It can make furniture, pencils, paper, and more. And then it specifically says that pine trees, and we know we're going to be learning about pine trees. So I'm going to highlight this. Pine trees are good for making paper and cardboard products. So since in the title it says pine tree, I know we're going to be learning about cardboard products and maybe some paper. All right, so before we continue on, why don't we go ahead and write our main idea? A little different than we normally do, but we are going to write our main idea because an introduction, main idea, is always a little bit different than other main ideas. So basically, we want to point out, we want to note that trees are an important natural resource that can be used in many ways. We're not going to get specific because that's what the details are. So we're going to write trees are important natural resources, which means that they come from the earth, that we use in many ways. And we're just going to keep it at that. So that way, if somebody were to read my main idea, they would know that we are probably going to be learning about how we use trees in different ways. If you need a minute to finish writing that main idea, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, we're going to keep going. Now we're going to learn, how do we make cardboard?
How do we make cardboard? There are a lot of steps involved in turning a tree into a product such as cardboard. First, trees are cut down. Then they are chopped into logs. The logs are taken to a sawmill. The bark is removed. Logs are made into planks, boards, and other pieces or chips of wood. Wood chips are used to make cardboard.
These are some of the steps to turn a pine tree into a pizza box.
All right, now maybe you highlighted a lot in this paragraph because it's really starting to tell you how they make cardboard. So we see some time order words such as first. So we know first, trees are cut down, then they are chopped into logs. Logs are taken to a sawmill. At the sawmill, the bark is removed and the logs are made into planks, boards, and wood chips. And then the wood chips are what are used to make cardboard. So not necessarily all these things are, once they are made into planks and boards, those might go for something else, but the wood chips are specifically used to make the cardboard. All right, let's keep reading.
Next, the wood chips become a pulp. Wood pulp is soft and soggy. It gets pressed into thin rolls of strong paper. 3 layers of paper at a time are then fed into a machine. The machine folds the paper. It glues the paper together. The pine tree is now cardboard. The cardboard can be cut, shaped, and printed on. It can then be folded into different types of finished products.
This flat pizza box is sold to pizzerias.
All right, so after the wood chips become pulp. And the pulp, since it's so soft and soggy, gets pressed into thin rolls of strong paper. Then the layers are fed into a machine, and the machine folds the paper and glues it together. And then we have cardboard. Once it is cardboard, then many things can be done to it. It can be cut, shaped, and printed on. And then it can be folded into different products. So now you know how cardboard is made. Okay, let's read about how we use cardboard.
How do we use cardboard? Cardboard is a very lightweight but strong material. It is good for making boxes. Can you think of some things you can buy in a cardboard box? Cereal, sneakers, and games are packaged in cardboard boxes. So is pizza.
Many goods we buy come in cardboard boxes.
All right, so before we turn the page, let's highlight here. We know that cardboard, and you know this because you have it at your house, is very lightweight but strong, which means it's not very heavy, but it can hold heavy things. And it is great for making boxes. And we know that you can find cardboard boxes of cereals, shoes, and games, and pizza. So all those things are packaged in a cardboard box. All right, we have one more paragraph to read, and then we're going to write 2 main ideas.
Cardboard is also used to ship things. It is strong enough to protect whatever is packed inside. It is light enough so that it does not add much weight to a package. When people move, they use a lot of cardboard boxes to pack their things.
All right, so we know, and you know, that cardboard is used to ship things. It's strong enough to pack whatever is inside, but it's also light enough so it doesn't add much weight to a package, because when you mail things, you pay for how much it weighs. And when you're moving, you put things in cardboard boxes and you don't want them to be super duper heavy. And I know we just moved and some of those boxes were pretty heavy, but I know that's just because of what was inside. All right, so now we are done highlighting. We're going to read the rest of the story tomorrow. Your job is going to be to write 2 main ideas. You're going to write one on page 20 right here. And you're going to tell me about making cardboard. Now, we learned about a bunch of different steps, okay? You are not going to tell me all of the steps. Remember, a main idea just gives me one sentence about what the paragraph is about. So we know that this section is called How Do We Make Cardboard? And so you might want to start out with something like making cardboard and then continue from there. We know it's a process. We know there's a lot of steps, but again, you're not going into that detail. Okay. If this is challenging for you, hop on Zoom and I can help you. This is a little bit different than we normally do and that I normally have you guys do on your own. When you're done with this main idea, you're going to turn the page. Ooh, we don't have a ton of room on either page. Actually, let's do it on this page. You're going to write your other main idea on this page right here, page 21. And for this main idea, we learned that people use cardboard in a bunch of different ways. Again, you're not going to tell me all the different ways, but rather one sentence about what you read. Okay? We know that boxes are made from cardboard, right? So maybe talk about cardboard boxes, okay? But again, not specific. We know they are used for many different things. And if a person were to read these paragraphs, then they would learn what they are used for. But your main idea is just kind of telling that we do use cardboard in many different ways. So you have 2 main ideas to submit to me on Canvas. You should have them written down on page 20 and 21. You can either type them out on Canvas or you can read them to me. And that is it for our lesson. We will finish our story tomorrow. Great job, friends. We'll see you later.